Yeah, it's not been easy at all. Obviously with injuries as well. You want to get back out there as soon as you can, fight for the boys and help them get back onto winning ways. There's washing in. It's been tough. It has been tough, obviously, and I think the boys can feel that from top to bottom. And it's how we now sort of address it, move on, and focus on Dragons coming up. Yeah, it's been a tough few weeks. We'll have to probably shut ourselves and take care of ourselves now for the next few weeks. I'm sure there's enough stories flying around, and just focus fully on Dragons.
Watching from the sidelines, do you think the problems are fixable and quickly?
Everything's fixable. Nothing's ever broken really, unless you look at it the wrong way. We've just got to stay positive now. Keep grafting hard as we are. Keep scrapping hard as we are. And I think certain things can be fixed quickly, but there's obviously things that will need to be worked as we go along. But for now, we've got a few boys coming back into the fold, and again, we just got to keep positive for each other and keep the energy from within and keep pushing hard now for Dragons.
Alan Wynne is obviously probably the big talking point, along with George there. Alan Wynne finished the World Cup with a slight groin issue. He's come back and he's trying to get his training load back up to speed. This weekend is probably going to be a week too early from him. And look, I'm not going to sit here and make statements about when Alan Wynne's back. He deserves to come back when he's ready to come back, and sometimes with more experienced athletes there's not a time frame you can put on it. So he's very, very close, but rather than risk someone who's had a lot of rugby obviously in the World Cup for a game that's probably a little bit too early, is a risk that we're not willing to take. But his return is imminent, but it won't be this weekend.
It is difficult, but from my point of view, I'm taking every game as a positive. Last year I had 2 senior involvements, and now I've gone into double figures. Those moments for me are priceless, still being a young player. And from my point of view, I'm just trying to take all these moments as positives and take in all this information on as a young age can only be of benefit to me in the future. So.
Yeah, look, firstly, I know everyone's hurting. We're hurting as much as they are, and believe me, every day when we come in, we're trying to rectify it. What I'd hope that our supporters will see for the rest of the season, starting with the Dragons this weekend, is that there's a standard Ospreys performance, which is very competitive, which looks like all the effort and low talent areas of the game, that we're very, very competitive. So go back to this weekend at the breakdown. They need to see a really aggressive, passionate Ospreys who reflect what our supporters want to see in an Ospreys performance, which is a huge level of effort. And as we alluded to earlier, once one win comes, I think we can grow our confidence and then grow our game. But there's some quick fixes in terms of energy and commitment will be on show this weekend, 100%, and then we've just got to keep building our game. There's been a lot of change this year. There's been a lot of change in. I'm not sure if we picked the same team twice, so it has been a very challenging year in terms of growing your game structurally. But hopefully this second half of the season now, with some more consistency and obviously with some of the World Cup players back and finding their feet, we can start improving our performances. But the effort and passion and what the fans want to see, we need to show that this weekend and then going forward.